Charlie Strub, Chris's dad. You're watching Road Trip Recall, episode 0.
What's up, world? Welcome to the Honda Hotel. It's August 24th, 2017. You're watching episode 0 of Road Trip Recall. So what is Road Trip Recall? Well, as many of you guys know, or maybe you don't know, because this is episode 0, and this is what I would love for you to watch on YouTube for years to come. For the last few years, I've been traveling around the country in this car, call her the Honda Hotel, for reasons that we'll certainly get into through the course of this series. And I've been road tripping, and I've been meeting hundreds and hundreds of amazing people in all 50 U.S. states. And I wrote a book. It's called 50 States, 100 Days, the book. But the book hardly covers... It hardly scratches the surface of all the great stories that I've collected in my brain over the last few years. And so I wanted to kick off a new series, and we're going to call it Road Trip Recall, where I'm going to dive in and tell you guys stories from all the different trips that I've taken, not just 50 states, 100 days, but all the different road trips that this car and I have shared over the last few years. So let's answer some basic questions about Road Trip Recall. First things first, yes, I am in my car. Yes, I'm in the driver's seat. No, the car is not on. I do not snap and drive. I used to snap and drive quite a bit, and I'm sure I'll probably talk about that throughout the course of this series. But do not snap and drive. Do not Instagram and drive, live stream and drive, text and drive. It's awful. I don't do it anymore. I have seen the light, so to speak. You see I've got some fancy lighting here as I'm recording this at night. So no snapping and driving, no Instagram and driving. Yes, I'm in the Honda Hotel. No, I'm not driving anywhere. Secondly, every episode of Road Trip Recall will start with an introduction by someone different. I wanted to start episode 0 with my dad. And my dad has been a huge fan of mine, the biggest fan. And there's no doubt about it. And I've got some awesome friends around the world and everything, some great people that I've met. My dad has always been the #1 fan of me getting out, exploring, meeting new people. I get a lot of what I do from him. So that was my dad kicking the first episode off. You'll see another very, very special person kicking off episode 1, which I'll probably do tomorrow. But from then forward, I want you to be a big part of the show. And so if you're interested in being part of Road Trip Recall, if you'd like to introduce an episode, just hit me up and I will get you a number, and then you could do your own intro, kind of like this. Like, hey, what's up? It's Chris Strub from I Am Here LLC, author of 50 States, 100 Days. You are watching Chris Strub's Road Trip Recall episode, and then you put the number there, right? Hey guys, it's Tom Harness from Harness Digital Marketing in Simpsonville, Illinois. I don't know where you are, Tommy. I'm sorry. Should have looked that up first. One take snaps. You're watching Chris Strub's Road Trip Recall, episode 16, and so on and so forth. Right? Simple. Next, I am filming episode 0 here on Snapchat. I say I'll probably do episode 1 on Instagram, and this series won't rotate directly back and forth, boom, 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 boom. But part of the series will be on Snapchat. Part of the series will be done on Instagram, just because Snapchat and Instagram are like twins, right? Like they're pretty much the same. You love them both the same. They've got their different qualities, but hey, we love you both. So some will be on Snapchat, some will be on Instagram. Make sure you follow me on both places. And of course, all of these episodes are going to be hosted on my YouTube channel. It's at Chris Strub on YouTube, where you're probably in all likelihood watching this right now. Okay, what else? I want you guys to think of this more like a podcast and less like a Snapchat story or an Instagram story. So I'm not a podcaster. I don't have all the podcasting equipment. But if you're getting ready for work in the morning, or you're brushing your teeth, or you're washing the dishes, you'll be able to press the button, boom, and you can listen to Road Trip Recall without really missing much. I mean, it's fine to sit and like look at me sitting in the car, but I'm not going to be taking you all over the place. This isn't a new travel blog or anything. This is Road Trip Recall, where we're going to be talking about stories. So think about this: we're sitting around the fireplace at Thanksgiving. I'm going to tell you a story about that time I went to Nebraska, or the time I was out in Montana, or whatever. Right? So the audio will be the most important part of Road Trip Recall. In the video, I mean, if you want to stare at me, that's fine. I get it. Episode length. So some of these stories will be real short, maybe could be a snap, 2 snaps, 3 snaps. Some of the stories are going to be longer. I mean, it could be a 4, 5, 6 minute story. This story itself is probably going to be 4 or 5 minutes, but not too much longer than that. I'm not going to sit here and tell you the entire story of 50 States, 100 Days, or anything. We want this to be quick, snackable, sort of, oh, I can listen to this, like I said, as you're getting ready to go to work, or as you're theoretically, whatever, as you're washing the dishes. You know, like, I want you to be able to listen, and I want you to want to listen to the next episode of the next episode of the next episode. What's Chris going to talk about next? Who's going to introduce the next one, and so on and so forth, right? I want you to boom, 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 just go ahead and binge. Just binge. Go for it. Chris, are you still going to be like snapping your adventures around town and go do stuff? Yeah, you know, I might do stories here and there, but I want it to have a purpose. So I might do something like the Planet Fitness story that I did a few weeks ago, or something like the Swarm story that I did on Sunday. Again, all these things you can watch. Go back and rewatch them on my YouTube channel. I probably won't be snapping just random stuff anymore. You probably won't see all the smoothie snaps anymore. I'm still having the smoothies, but you probably won't see nearly as much of that. I want you to want to watch my channel with a purpose. I want you to want to listen to Road Trip Recall for a purpose, right? That I want you to come to @ChrisStrub on Snapchat for a reason. And if you have questions, if you want to keep chatting, I'm always accessible. I always answer your questions. Just hit me up and we can message each other. That's great. But you probably won't see all kinds of just random here and there stuff from me on Snapchat or Instagram anymore. You should follow me on Twitter. Hey Chris, I'd be interested in sponsoring Road Trip Recall. Oh, hell yeah. One take snaps? Can I still do one take snaps on Road Trip Recall? Hell yeah, I can. Anyway, as I was saying, I'd be interested in sponsoring Road Trip Recall. Perfect. Hit me up. This is my email, you know, my Twitter. You can hit me up right here on Snapchat or Instagram. Wherever is easiest for you, get in touch. I'm pretty dang accessible. And I would love to support your brand through the course of Road Trip Recall. And you guys know me. When I put my heart and soul into something, when I decide to do something, I'm going to do it. So this is not going to go away. This isn't something that just tomorrow I'm going to be like, oh, screw it. No, like, this is it. This is what I'm doing from this point indefinitely. I would expect to see hopefully 100 episodes. And I got a lot of stories to tell, and I think you guys will really enjoy this. So keep in touch. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you're interested in introducing a show, and stay tuned for episode 1. It might be here, it might be over on Instagram, but I'll see you soon. And last but not least, you probably saw this coming to your chagrin. I'm going to finish up every episode of Road Trip Recall by reminding you that you can get your copy of 50 States, 100 Days, the book. It's available now on Amazon. I noticed today I was like the 1.4 millionth most popular book out there on Amazon. So we can help bump that number down. Or you can go to teamstrub.com to get more information about it. Again, in the summer of 2015, I'm not going to do this every single episode, but I volunteered with different youth-related nonprofit organizations in all 50 U.S. states, drove around the country in the Honda Hotel, which you see here, and throughout the course of Road Trip Recall, we're going to talk all about that trip, and we're going to talk all about a couple other trips that I've taken over the last few years that maybe you didn't even know about. So stay tuned. Get your copy of 50 States, 100 Days, the book. Hit me up if you want to get it autographed or what have you. And I will see you tomorrow, probably, for Road Trip Recall, episode number 1.